We're having another very interesting weather-wise afternoon here in the UK. We've had hail, rain, thunder, lightning, some sunshine, which made an amazing rainbow in the sky. So just sort of all sorts of weather. There's a saying here that you can get all the seasons in one day, and I would definitely say that's happening right now. Perhaps because of the rainy weather, this kumquat just sort of jumped into my shopping trolley as I was doing a quick shop for Easter. It was just so bright and cheerful and so full of fruit. And there's a thing about kumquats. I love citrus trees, but I'm really trying to not buy more than I have space for in terms of plants and trees and gardening things. And kumquats, I always found them a bit sour, and I've always had that notion that they were just a bit tart and not that tasty, a bit sour. But then I visited my sister, and it was really a revelatory experience, because I experienced so many fruits that I just did not realize how amazing they were until that visit. So this was one of the ones that she has in her garden too. She's got a Maywa Kumquat, which is a rounder one. They're not as oblong as these gorgeous things here. I think these ones here are more normal. Now sadly, because I bought it in a supermarket, it just says kumquat. I can show you the tag that comes with it. See, it just says citrus kumquat. So very straightforward. But I imagine that the type that we normally have is a Nagami kumquat, and they are just more, I think the fruit itself is supposed to be quite sour, and then you have the peel is meant to be sweeter. You can also sort of help the flavor if, when you pick the individual fruits, you rub them between your hands, because that ruptures the oil glands and releases the sweetness into the fruit, and it improves the availability of vitamin C too. So it's also got a health benefit there. Now you might see all these little drips and drops all over the fruits themselves. I've given it a good shower. When I got it, when I brought it home, I just washed it with some rainwater, sprayed it all over just to give it a good dusting off. And I did also check for any bugs, because sometimes you get them, and especially during the winter, they can get infested with scale insects, all kinds of things. And I wouldn't want to bring that into my house, but it looks really, really good. I can't see anything on it yet. I'll try to keep it a little bit. Actually, I put it really right next to one of my lemon trees already, so hopefully it hasn't got anything on it. But it does look beautiful and healthy, I must say. It was outside the supermarket, and these guys are really hardy, but the thing is, there's so much rain right now, and so if you look into the pot, it's very saturated. And it doesn't look like the worst potting soil, but I imagine it is quite clay soil. That's what they tend to plant citrus trees in the Mediterranean. And this one, also got something down here. I think it's just don't know what that is, but yeah, it does come from Italy. You can see that on its little passport, I think. It does say Italy there, doesn't it? The C bit is Italy, yeah. So what I would say is, yeah, they tend to grow their citrus trees in really a sort of a clay soil, which is obviously ideal for their conditions. I think it really sort of keeps lots of water in there and everything, but it really does dry out in the summer. And I've seen some of the trees in the south of France again in my sister's garden, and the clay is just rock hard. It's just completely clay, and you've got this beautiful fig tree growing gorgeously in it. So it does really work down there. But here, with our very wet conditions, if I want to put this tree outside, which I will do as it warms up. I mean, these ones are quite hardy. They can really take temperatures down to -4, and that's fine. So I could put them outside, but I'll treat them like the rest of my citrus trees and keep them in a nice, beautiful windowsill, give him lots of sunshine and heat, because there's something about these kumquats. They're very difficult in the UK to get them to flower again and fruit again. After we pick all these fruits, I do want it to flower and fruit again. And in order to do so, they need lots of heat. So keeping it indoors for as long as possible is probably the way forward, and what I'm going to try to do. But you can see it's such a beauty, isn't it? I'm really happy to have gotten it. My plan is to pick them all quite soon and make marmalade, because they have this really lovely flavor profile. They've got sort of the sweetness and the sour in there, and I think they would make a really tasty marmalade. So hopefully I'll do that, and then I'll get it to flower again within the next few months. But we'll see how it goes. Very exciting times. Very fun to have this little guy here, which was quite unexpected, but a nice addition, I think. A beautiful little bit of sunshine on a very rainy day. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.